So now we'll be talking about how my production skills have developed throughout this project. And before I continue on, I feel like it's important to say that I have been very interested in film growing up, and I have to pursue that in many ways. So I've created small films in the past, I've created short films, I've created music videos. So going into this, I had some of that experience. Um, so when it comes to how my skills have developed, they've developed in a different way than I thought they would coming into this project. So, first, the way I can tell stories. So, my script writing has definitely improved. Before, I've never really written a script. I would always have an idea and then I would just kind of produce that idea. I would improvise that idea. I would get with my actors and I would just be like, this is my idea, and how do you guys think we can execute that? But for this, I had to write a script, and so it means I have to put my ideas down, and it's something that I wasn't really used to, and it really opened my eyes to how important the opening of a movie is. I never really noticed that until this. The opening of a movie sets up the scenes, it sets up for the rest of your 2 hour film. And it's something that I was really able to learn through this. And I think I'm better at starting a story. I think I'm better at being able to tell a story because of that. And planning scenes out, again, as I said, I've never really written a script, I've kind of just improvised. So having to plan out each specific scene was something new to me. It was something relatively new. And an example of this is I did a storyboard and I had to plan each things. I had to plan each shot and say, I want this shot, the establishing shot, I want this shot to be a jump cut from this shot. And it was something that was really like it helped me organize so much more than how I usually just do my films. And it really, I think, has helped develop my ability to tell a story. So moving on to equipment. So I have never used professional equipment like I was able to for this film. And in these two shots, you can see me and my partner. That's my partner. You can see me and my partner working on how to getting a right angle because this was our first time using a Canon camera, both me and hers. And it was it was new. It I had to learn how to get that angle because when what we're doing here is we're trying to get a good angle so we can get that establishing shot and we can get a zoom in at one point. So we're trying to find the right height, which is also something new. I learned how to better use a tripod. I knew before, but I was able to practice those skills and develop them more. So we're trying to get that height for that tripod in this, and we're trying to see if the lighting that's coming in from the window is okay. And it was something new. It was something that was very interesting for me personally. We had to learn how to use a whole new camera than what I'm used to with my own camera. So we had to learn how to fix the settings, how to fix the mics. Um, Speaking about sound, that leads to these two pictures, which we were able to use a boom mic, which I've never used before. So it was super cool. I had to learn how to get a boom mic to work. I did have to search up how to turn it on, which was a little bit funny. And what we can see in this is we're trying to find that right angle for the boom mic so it's not in the shot but we can still get that audio. So in the first picture to the right, we're trying to put it above the heads, but unfortunately we could see it in the shot. So we transitioned to the left picture where we had my friend Zach sit on it, like squat on a chair and put it below the table, and it wasn't in the shot and we could clearly hear everything, which was amazing. And it was so cool to kind of feel like a real director. And I think it really helped also my skills develop in the way that I'm now more aware as to what I need to use. Another thing is if you see the big, tall little pole thing in the mic pictures, that is the lighting. We used lighting, so even though we were getting that natural light from the window, we still wanted to up the lighting a little bit more. So that was really cool. And now Shotcut. So usually I use Adobe Premium to edit my films, but we decided to use a whole new plot, a whole new software editing because my partner, this was her first film, so we wanted to both be able to use something new, and so we went with Shotcut. And as you can see in the left, I had to search up a tutorial for beginners so I could learn how to get that transition in, how to um, fix the lighting, how to add sound. And so this was a whole new software editing platform for me, and it was really interesting to learn how it was different from what I'm used to. And I think it gave me more knowledge, more like depth into like other, like now I'm more interested in learning how to use other platforms. Um, so my skills in editing have definitely improved so much. Me and my partner divided up our film, so I was focused on lighting while she was focused on sound. So of course, the first thing I have that has improved has been my lighting. So in this picture, I am trying to fix a scene that we filmed in the dark. I'm trying to amp up that brightness. And so I didn't really know how important lighting, like I knew, but like every detail when it comes to lighting matters. The saturation, the brightness, the white balance, all of it matters. And I definitely got to improve my lighting and focus on all that detail, especially trying to get a fantasy world feel. I was able to play around with all of the lighting details and try to get that like dark hue almost. So my white balance, I like put it more towards blue so I could get that. And lighting has never felt more important than it did in this. So I can definitely say that moving forward I will be focusing on lighting way more. And another thing is transitions. Uh, there are some brand new transitions that I have never done that I was able to do in this, and that includes a reverse shot. I have never done a reverse shot, and it was so cool filming it and like seeing it come together. I thought that was like just like an awe moment. I've done jump cuts, but I was able to do them more thoroughly in this. And in the picture here, you can see that it's a dissolve. Although we ultimately decided like it wasn't the right fit, that's something else I learned. Like that things can just not work sometimes. Um, a dissolve just didn't feel right for a fantasy film, and adding on to that, different genres will have different type of shots that are typically used, and so learning that like a dissolve didn't really fit with a fantasy film like that also opened my eyes to how not everything will go together. So my editing has definitely been able to improve immensely, but I think the most important thing that has improved for me production wise is really just working together. So this was the first time I collaborated with someone on film where we're both the directors. And even though my partner is an actor, she also was the director as well.